This is about our family called DC. This campaign is about the health and success and security of all families in the district, a city and one day a state that we all love. As I traveled across the district for the past 6 months, listening to the concerns of the people, they had one common thread. And it didn't matter if it was at an ANC meeting or a PSA meeting, a public service area meeting, for those of you who don't know what that means, anywhere in the district. That thread was the concern over the quality of lives and the future of this great city. Exactly 1 year from today, we will be going to the polls to decide who best can lead us to reach our limitless potential here in the nation's capital. Today I see a combination of two major problems in our Wilson building: strategic planning and political will. It's one thing to say you plan to fix the public education, the schools in DC, but if your plan is plagiarized from North Carolina and it's just to cripple the teachers union and sell off our public property, how does that benefit our children? If your plan is to prepare our next generation to enter the workforce, why do you hire a chancellor with no experience in achieving educational excellence in a complex environment like Washington, D.C.? If your plan is to bring transparency to district government, then why do you allow members of your administration and close personal friends to hide behind lawyers and not answer questions about a humanitarian gift of a fire truck and ambulance to a small city in the Dominican Republic? If your plan is to bring accountability to district government, then why would you allow the CFO to keep his job after the FBI uncovered the largest theft in district history, all under his watch?
Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
The truth is, Mayor Fenty has but one plan. It's the Fenty plan. That plan works to protect the interest of the developers. Each year, the district pays $140 million to developers for office space all across the city. In return, those monies come from you, the taxpayer. But in return, the developers deposit huge sums of money. They've already said he's got $2.8 million in his war chest. And 90% of it, at least, have come from out-of-town developers. Fenty is the best mayor money can buy. It's past time that we level the playing field and increase competition among developers, which is why I will require partnerships between major developers and DC-based minority construction firms. Fenty has no plan when it comes to jobs. He has no plan when it comes to health care. And he has no plan for educating our children to compete in a global economy. These are major differences between me and Mr. Fenty. I have a 4-point plan. A plan that includes health care, low-income housing, education, and employment. It will impact every ward, every neighborhood, and every single family in the District of Columbia. My plan for health care in D.C. begins with D.C. General Hospital.
Right.
It was there in 1997. I was given an extraordinary opportunity to work with some of the most compassionate group of healthcare professionals ever assembled in the nation's capital. For 200 years, this institution operated under a single mission. We care for all, regardless of their ability to pay. We must place health care and our responsibility to health care as the #1 priority in the nation's capital. My plan for housing and employment in D.C. starts with a system called E-Verify. It's an aggressive plan that addresses the housing and jobs market by attrition. 3 states, South Carolina, Arizona, and Mississippi, currently use this system to identify and remove undocumented workers out of the public and private sector. From that day on, the minute I take office, I will sign into legislation a law making it unlawful for any business in D.C. to hire undocumented workers. And that will include all vendors to D.C. government and subcontractors of those major vendors to D.C. government. My plan for D.C. public schools starts with new leadership. This leadership will have a proven track record and a comprehensive plan to completely revamp our public educational system. That person will be committed to a standard of excellence and have experience with working with urban children, their parents, the teachers union, and the business community to produce graduates with marketable skills. Recognizing the importance of good parenting is the key to a child's success in and out of the classroom, we will incorporate a new program called Family Needs Assessment Program to identify the parents who have special needs like literacy, job training, alcohol and drug mental health counseling, job placement assistance. We all recognize that we can spend money on children inside those walls, the schools. But if we ignore what happens to those children when they go back home, it's a waste. That's the problem. This new leadership will understand the importance of healthy meals, art, music, and a mandatory physical education program. Magnet schools for math and science, along with vocational education, are a must because all of our children do not go to college. I will assist DCPS with brokering agreements with the local trade unions to create an apprenticeship program that will lead directly to full union membership. Have you noticed what union plumbers and union electricians make lately? Those are great jobs and they cannot be outsourced, and our children need career options. Everything I've mentioned this evening begins with a plan. I have a plan for education. I have a plan for health care. I have a plan for creating jobs in the nation's capital. However, a plan alone is nothing without the political courage and the will to make it happen. Because there are big moneyed interests, and we all know who they are, who want to maintain the status quo. But their days will soon be over. I believe that everything I've accomplished thus far has prepared me for this opportunity. I came to the nation's capital as a TV news reporter, and I remained here by choice to work in healthcare, public housing, and in the community as a healthcare, economic development, and affordable housing activist. I stand before you prepared to make 2 commitments. I'm committed to an agenda placing families first with my 4-point plan. You'll also get my commitment to engage and partner with members of our clergy, our community activists, nonprofits, Greek organizations, and the business community to find smart solutions to our many challenging problems. I will do all of this and make you once again proud to have new leadership in Washington, D.C. Over the next year, and this is where you come in, my goal is to reintroduce myself to every community in the nation's capital. I want to share my vision for D.C. A plan for clean, green, and safe streets. A plan for health care for every citizen in the district and every ward. A vision of a skilled and literate workforce in every community. It is in this plan, in this vision, that we will embrace and find common thread. And with your support, I am officially announcing my candidacy for mayor of the District of Columbia.
All right, man.